Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101, and happy Monday to you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a Sephora VIB sale haul. I was actually able to shop 2 weekends ago during the VIB Rouge event, but I know that this last weekend just wrapped up the VIB event. The reason I didn't get this video up earlier is because I did place a couple orders online and it did take a couple days to get to me. But anyways, I have a lot of great items. I feel like this time of year, every time Sephora has their VIB 20% off sale, it really allows me to test out some new products, maybe some products that are a little bit more spendy. I know 20% off isn't a ton of money off really any single item, but depending on how much you spend, you could definitely save a chunk of change. So I do have some skincare, makeup, of course, and a hair care item as well. So let's go ahead and just start off by the skincare. I purchased this Kate Somerville skincare set. This is the Kate Somerville Cult Favorites kit. You get a full size of the Exfoliate cleanser. You get a little kind of deluxe or like the smallest size of the Exfoliate, and then you get the full size of the goat milk moisturizing cream. I have used the original Exfoliate in the past and I really do like that product, and I've been wanting to try the goat milk moisturizer and the Exfoliate cleanser for quite a while now, so this was just a great little value kit. Another skincare product I picked up is a little mask or treatment that I did have a sample size of previously, and I used it all up and I really loved it, and I wanted to pick it up in the full size, but it is a little pricey, so I decided to wait for the 20% off. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. In case you guys haven't seen this product before, this is what it looks like, and I do really like the Peter Thomas Roth brand. It kind of looks like a clinical brand, and it does say clinical skincare, so it looks really like professional, and this is a really good exfoliating skin mask. You put a really thin layer across your skin and you just let it set for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then you wash it off, and that pumpkin enzyme that's in it really kind of eats up all of those dead skin cells, and when you like wash your face, it just feels so soft. And as a bonus, this smells like pumpkin pie, so that's always a great thing in my mind. The final kind of skincare thing that I picked up is more of a body product than it is a like face product, but this is the Herbivore Coco Rose Coconut Oil Body Polish. I never heard of this brand before. I believe it's one of the newer brands that Sephora is carrying right now, and I saw this in my local Sephora store, and I opened up the jar because the words Coco Rose just sounded so intriguing to me. This smells so good. It literally smells like coconut rose. I like coconuts and I love rose, but I didn't really think the combination would be that good. It smells delicious. It's unlike anything I've ever smelled, and this is like a sugar scrub. So if you've ever used a sugar scrub on your skin, they are some of my favorite types of body scrubs. It is in a glass jar, which is really nice, but it does make me worry to put it in my shower because the idea of glass being in the shower, if it drops and breaks, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. Plus, this jar isn't that big, and if I were to use this all over my body, I only feel like it would last like 4 or 5 times. So what I've actually been using this for lately is just as a hand scrub. I'll use it on my hands before I go to bed, right before I put on like my nighttime hand cream, and I feel like this does really exfoliate off any of the dead skin cells around my hands, and it helps the moisturizer that I put on top of it really kind of penetrate. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the bulk of this haul, which is makeup products. So the first product I picked up is something that's been on my wish list for a really long time. This is the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I'd actually received a sample of this from Sephora. It was like one of those deluxe size samples, and it lasted me quite a bit of time, and I completely and totally fell in love with this. This is one of those kind of clear gel primers that has those little like gold flakes in it. It kind of reminds me of that Guerlain one that everybody's talking about. This one is a little bit less expensive than that one, but this is kind of a really classic silicone-y gel primer. It goes across the skin so nicely and it just leaves your skin with this really beautiful, even texture. I did end up picking up a couple of backups of products that I use all the time that I know I'm gonna use up and I'll need to repurchase eventually. And I actually picked up 2 backups of this product in particular. This is the Sephora MicroSmooth Baked Bronzer Duo in the shade Spicy Heat. The reason I picked up 2 backups of this is because I love this bronzer half of it. It's like the perfect bronzy contour shade on my skin tone. And I'm actually kind of afraid that Sephora is going to eventually discontinue this because they have kind of been revamping the Sephora collection, like the in-house brand. And this product has been in their line for so long. I'm just kind of afraid that eventually it's going to be discontinued. It's the only perfect bronzer I've ever found for my skin. I hate that it is in a split pan with a highlight just because this isn't my favorite highlight. It's not super glowy or super pigmented, but the bronzer half of this is just so perfect that I will happily purchase a full compact just to use half of it because I love it that much. Another backup I purchased is the Anastasia Brow Definer Pencil. This is my favorite brow pencil. I prefer it over the Brow Wiz just because it's a little bit thicker, and since my brows are naturally really thick and filled in already, this just kind of quickly gets the job done in the little sparse areas that I have, and I love it. I knew I was gonna run out of the one I'm using right now, so I figured I'd just purchase a backup. I think those are all of the backups that I picked up, but I did end up picking up some more shades or options of some of my tried and true favorite products. So one of them is this little Besame Brightening Setting Powder Trio. I've seen Emily Noel 83 just rave about this product, and I've been using the Besame Vanilla Rose Powder to set under my eyes. I do have that one in the full size already, but this little trio is really nice because you get the vanilla rose, the vanilla, and the violet. The 3 little pots look like this, so they're not like tiny by any means. They are still a very decent size. You get 3 grams in each of these, and it's perfect because it allows you to try these powders for a really good amount of time, and if you decide that you completely fell in love with any of them, you can go back and purchase any of these in the full size. They are all available in a full-size version. Lord, I've got so many lip products to show you guys, but most of these lip products are not new. These are tried and true formulas that I've loved for at least a few months, if not a few years. And the first one is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick. They released a new, I think it's a limited edition shade for the holidays. This is in the shade Troublemaker, and it is a comfort matte finish, and it's a beautiful dark purple smoky color. You guys know how I feel about my purples and my dark lips, so I was really excited to see this in the comfort matte finish because that is my favorite finish of the Vice lipsticks. More lipstick goodies. Nars released 5 more shades of their Audacious lipsticks, so I had to pick them up. I love the Audacious lipsticks. This is the little box that they all come in. This is probably my all-time favorite lipstick formula. I prefer it just a little bit more than the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche, but they are pretty much neck and neck, and I love the Urban Decay Vice as well. These are just all awesome lipstick formulas, tried and true, like I said. So here are swatches of the 5 new shades of the Nars Audacious. From left to right, we have Apoline, Stefania, Kate, Mona, and Shirley. These are all just beautiful colors. I could definitely see myself wearing pretty much any of these year round because they're not too bright or too deep. They're just perfect. I also picked up another shade of my YSL Tint-in-Oils, another product that is such an amazing lip product. These are more like a sheer, very glossy, thin, oily lip product, but if you like more moisturizing products that you don't have to think about, you can just throw it on without a mirror, these are the products you probably want to look into. So this is in the shade number 8, and I believe it was called Pink About Me shiny. It is a really, really pretty, very sheer, kind of like a pinky, purpley orchid type color. Hopefully you can kind of see that on the wand, but it's beautiful. I have 2 of these in my collection already, and once again, I love them so much. I had to pick up another color. Okay, I do want to take a little bit of a step away from lip products because I do have a lot more lip products to show you guys, but let's diversify the field, shall we? So I did pick up another shade of my Clinique Cheek Pop blush. I picked it up in the shade Black Honey Pop, and I love these blushes so much. Some of my all-time favorite formula. It's very, very satin finish. It's not shiny or shimmery, but it's also not completely matte. It looks really skin-like, and this is the powder blush that I have on my cheeks right now. I actually put it on top of a cream product that I'm going to talk about shortly, but I love this color. I could definitely see this being an everyday go-to shade. Alrighty, let's talk about some Bite Beauty, shall we? So I picked up 2 shades of the new Bite Beauty Multisticks, and I've never tried this formula before. Bite Beauty has had these in their line for a couple of months now. So here are the 2 shades of multi-stick that I got. The left one is Almond and the right one is Mochi, and I really, really love both of these shades. In case you don't know the format of one of the Bite Beauty multi-sticks, it comes in a packaging that looks very similar to their lipsticks, and even the bullet itself kind of looks like a lipstick, but these are, as you would expect, a multi-stick. You can use them on your cheeks, on your lips, on your eyes. I actually have the shade Almond on right now underneath that Clinique blush that I was talking about, and I put it on just with a stipple brush. I just kind of went back and forth on the top of the product and just blended it onto my cheeks, and it went on so beautifully and so effortlessly, and I cannot wait to use this shade in Almond even on my eyes because it's such a beautiful rusty wearable brown. So I did pick up 3 more shades of the Amuse Bouche lipsticks. They had a couple of limited edition shades for like this holiday time that I wanted to get. So here are the 3 shades from left to right. We have Movember 2016, Berry Rouge, and Mistletoe. It's so cute the way these are because this Movember one, it has like a little imprinting of a mustache on the front, and then on the back it says 2016. And then this little Mistletoe one has like kiss prints around the outer packaging. I think it's so, so pretty. The actual tube doesn't have anything. It's just like a typical Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick, but I love this formula so much. In case you guys haven't seen my Amuse Bouche review video, I'll link it below for you guys, but I go more into depth on what I think of these. I love them. Actually, if I have in-depth reviews on any of the other formulas that I talk about, I will put all of those links below. I know I have a Nars Audacious review. Okay, taking another little step away from lip products, and then we'll do like the last lip products towards the end. But I did pick up another shade of my Nars Dual Intensity Shadows. This is in the shade Rigel, and this is one of the newer shades that they've released. It's kind of like a perfect shimmery rose gold, and you guys know what I think of rose gold products in general, but eyeshadows too. I love them, and I love this formula. I also have a review on this. I'll link it below. I picked up 4 more shades of my Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Color Sticks. I talked about this in my most recent Get Ready With Me video, telling you guys how much I love these, and I already have, I think, 3 or 4 of them in my collection already. So I picked up 4 more very, very neutrally shades. The shades that I have from left to right are Moonlight, Rose Gold, Copper, and Sand Glow. You can see that the shades Moonlight and Copper, the first and third shades, are super, super foily metallic looking, whereas Rose Gold and Sand Glow, the second and fourth shade, are more of like a slight satin finish. You can use these as cream shadow bases, or you can just wear them by themselves. They don't crease. I love these. These are definitely some of my all-time favorite eyeshadow sticks. I did have a couple more backups of things I purchased. I picked up 2 of the Jack Black lip balms in the scent Lemon and Shea Butter. I love these lip balms. It's the only product I use every single night. I just put on a nice thick layer across my lips, and when I wake up and kind of just take a washcloth and just rinse off my lip area, my lips feel like a baby's butt. They are never dry, they are never flaky, they are never cracked. This is like magic healing balm for your lips. Okay, we've got just a couple more items. I picked up another shade of the Smashbox, what are these even called? The Always On liquid lipsticks. I love these. I did have a blog post on the red shade that was in collaboration with Lily Singh because I love her and I loved that shade and the formula. So I did pick up the shade Out Loud, which is a gorgeous, kind of like a pumpkin orange type color. I think it's perfect for the fall time. I also decided to try one of the new Bare Minerals Gen Nude Matte liquid lip colors. So I got this shade, which I believe is a limited edition shade. It's called Naughty, and it comes in this beautiful like ornament type packaging, which I think is gorgeous. But the shade itself is this really, really beautiful like strawberry red. This is the lip color I'm wearing on my lips right now. And this is the first time I've tried one of these Gen Nude lip colors, and holy moly, these are so great. I don't know the actual wear time of it quite yet, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I will say that just putting it on and the way it feels on the lips, I'm very impressed. I'm loving it. I did pick up a couple of more big ticket items, so we will talk about that. But let me just give my little excuse. I got my little birthday gift because guess what? November is my birthday month, and so I always feel like I can treat myself a little bit more than I probably ever would. That was the reason I picked up some of these other big ticket items I'm about to talk about. But first off, I did pick up the Tartist Pro palette. I will have a review video coming up on this very, very soon. In case you guys haven't seen it yet, which I would find very, very surprising, but you know, that's what it looks like. We've all seen it, and just wait for my review. Just wait. I also ended up purchasing the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. This, again, you guys will see a review on this very, very soon. This is going to be my video coming up on Thursday, and I think the packaging is just stunning. And if you guys haven't seen the inside, it literally looks like a full spectrum rainbow. So once again, just hold out for my review. I will have full in-depth swatches and my thoughts on the whole palette. So like I said, November is my birthday month, so I always like to treat myself to a couple of really, really big ticket items that I probably wouldn't have purchased. The first one being the new Natasha Denona Star palette. If you guys watched my IMATS haul back in January, you guys will have known that I did pick up one of her 28 pan palettes, and I love that thing so much. I do think Natasha Denona shadows are very, very expensive. In fact, I do personally think they are overpriced. I don't really think any eyeshadow palette like this big with this many colors is necessarily worth the price tag they're charging. But I will say that the quality of the shadows is amazing. Anytime I use her shadows, I just love the end result of my eye look. I've never used any of her palettes and been disappointed personally. So I did decide to pick this one up. There has been a lot of hype surrounding it, and it's kind of divided as like a cool toned palette and then more of like a warm toned palette. I did use this palette today to create the eye look that I'm wearing right now, but it's a very, very simple eye look because I knew that I wanted to do a little bit more of a bold lip. So I kept it super simple, but I am so excited to dive into some more of these like sparkly colors, like these really, really like duochrome, super foiled shadows. And then the final thing that I got, which was a major splurge purchase, and I picked this up in store, and I don't know how I feel about it quite yet, but I do want to do a full review video on it because I've heard a lot of people kind of put this on their wish list. This is the new Dyson hair dryer. If you've seen this on the Sephora website, it's insane. It's insane. This product had been in my Sephora wish list for a couple months now, ever since it came onto the Sephora website initially, I immediately stuck it into my wish list because I love Dyson as a brand. I have one of their vacuum cleaners, and honestly, I know it sounds ridiculous, like who would want to spend an arm and a leg for a vacuum cleaner? But I am telling you, you have never vacuumed your floor until you've used a Dyson. Dead serious, not sponsored. I wish Dyson sponsored me, but I honestly love that vacuum cleaner so much. But anyways, I bought this hair dryer in stores, and I wasn't even going to purchase it. I was shopping in store with my friend during the 20% off, and we went up to the checkout. We had everything else in our basket, and at the checkout behind the cash wrap, I saw that one of these hair dryers was there, but it had like a sticker on it like saved for Susan or whatever, so I'm assuming Susan called in and had it put on hold for her. And I asked the lady at the register, I was like, do you guys have any more of those? And she was like, we may have a couple more in the back. But I was still kind of humming and hawing over it because it was such an expensive item. And I was just kind of looking around, and right next to me there was like this laminated sign right by the checkout that said only one Dyson item per person during this 20% off sale. And I literally looked at the cashier and I was like, are people seriously coming and like stocking up on this or something? And she was like, yeah, people are coming in and trying to buy multiples because either they're giving them as gifts, but more often than not, they're trying to resell them online, like on eBay or something. So long story short, I was able to convince myself to purchase it since Susan had one on hold, and since clearly other people were coming in and trying to stock up on this item. And even the cashier, she was so nice. She was not being pushy at all, but she did very clearly say, she was like, you know, if you don't like it, you can always return it. And that definitely made me feel a little bit more confident because I know how great Sephora is with their returns, and I haven't had any problems returning anything at Sephora. But not to say that I'm going to return it, but it's like a little insurance policy. Here is the hair dryer. This is what it looks like. It is the coolest looking contraption of life. I will say that I've never treated myself to any fancy hair dryer in my entire life. I know people talk about the T3 and like the dry bar one, but I have never purchased a hair dryer that's more than like 30 bucks at Target. The one I have right now is this white one from Conair. Like, I don't spend a lot of money on hair dryers, but I was just very, very curious. So this is what it looks like. So cute, so sleek, and it matches my vacuum. So, I mean, I was sold. So basically, happy birthday to me because I got so many new goodies that I am so excited to use, to test out, to play with. As always, please let me know in the comments down below what you guys are interested in seeing a review of. Like I said, that Urban Decay palette and that Tarte palette will have reviews coming very soon. Let me know if you guys are genuinely interested in a review on this product because I have it and I want to do a review, but I only want to do it if you guys are interested in it. So that is everything. That wraps up my Sephora VIB sale haul video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to let me know what you guys decided to pick up during the sale. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video on Thursday. I will see you then. Bye! This is the completed eye with the false lashes and the liner. You guys can see how much of a difference. It's kind of like a slightly duochrome rose gold. It's the highlighter I have on my face right now.